Every architect certainly heard a well-known quote attributed to Johann Wolfgang Goethe or Friedrich Schiller: "I call architecture frozen music." The quote was very popular around the turn of the 19th century. Together with the discovery of crystallization, it led many romantic thinkers and architects towards the idea of hidden force behind every shape and form. The inspiration got even more intense with late modern or the avant-garde. Let's name Rudolf Steiner with his project of Anthroposophia and a new art form, Eurythmia. Then Wassily Kandinsky and his search for relationship between music and painting. Where do shapes come from? Then John Cage inverted the process to give music a shape, and after that, Corbusier's companion Yannick Xenakis was finally able to transcribe between music and architecture back and forth to come up with unique design approaches. So, does this quote still apply? I dare to differ. As the face of everything accelerates to meet the needs of today's society and its interconnectedness, Zygmunt Bauman talks about the liquid modernity. The information revolution made us perceive space and even time in a totally different way, and architecture will have to comply very soon. Thanks to today's technology, we can make a move towards an architecture which actually is music, or is designed and composed as music, and therefore it has a real relationship with it. A few facts still stay the same. Architecture is physical, haptic, embracing and sheltering, but so can be music when it's loud, tangible, overwhelming and soothing at a time. Both the architecture and music is created using complex instructions. Drawings and notation can be therefore understood as an author's expression of the ideal state of a composition. And if we go one step deeper, both the blueprint and the sheet of music are usually transcribed into digital domain using numbers in precise relationships, well, data. NURBS geometry is described by a huge set of equations and a few control points. And the musical notation in MIDI is just a few numbers which map to individual notes and a vast set of changes of different parameters which are tracked every millisecond. It all comes to binary zeros and ones in the end, but at the level of numbers and their interpretation and relationships, an architect who is also a musician can get really close to hidden forces behind shapes. Rhythm. In architecture, we talk about structure, about its dimensions and its hierarchy. Musical rhythm has the same qualities. The most important downbeats could be represented by the load-bearing structure, then the upbeats are the lighter level of the construction. In architecture, rhythm means repetition of an element, but what else do we hear now? Harmony. Harmony in architecture means pleasing ratios between all elements of the whole and the whole itself. After all, that is also true for relationships of individual notes in chords and a harmonic progression in music. Building needs to be anchored in ground. Harmonic progressions need root notes to give chords of the progression a meaning, a reference point. Harmony in music is the bearer of emotional basis, or the environment in which melodies take place. In architecture, we design spaces, again, environments for actions and activities to take place in. Melody. Melody in music can be perceived through a vector pointing up or down at every moment. Isn't this present in all the sublime spaces? Melody in music finalizes the emotional charge. It tells a story. When walking through a piece of architecture, isn't there the same storytelling and scenography with all the openings and trajectories and corners? So I propose shaping by music. Here you can see me scaling a simple box using just velocity and aggression of my strumming to a guitar. And once I change a key, the axis of scaling changes too. can see now is a group of similar boxes which are reacting on both the velocity and the harmony I'm playing in. Actually, this all is in one key, so all the boxes are aligned. The scaling happens the same way as in previous example. However, the positions are now calculated based on the harmony, that means the previous and the actual chord which you can hear, and of course the velocities of individual tones/boxes. Everything changes when the musical key is changed, so that's why I propose rotation, which can drastically and dramatically change the appearance of the design. And when the key is changed back to the original one, everything should get calm.